Oh yeah, yeehaw! Hey, Kenny, what's up?
Hey, Bill, just chill for a little bit, please. How many times have I told you I can't stand it when you're acting crazy like this?
Come on, man, lighten up a little. It's party time.
I can't talk to you when you're like this. See you later.
Oh, come on, bro. There's no need to be such a stick in the mud like that. Why do you have to be so cold?
Put yourself in my shoes for a moment. Every time I go through my WhatsApp account, I'm reminded of your stupidity because these messages remain in my history.
What?
You're drunk again, aren't you? How many bars have you been to so far?
Maybe 20?
Yeah, well, we both know that's not very likely. There's not even 20 decent watering holes in town. You just picked a random number out of the air, didn't you?
Was it that obvious?
Not half.
I guess I need to work on that.
Before you worry about your acting skills, you need to worry about your wife. She's at home pregnant with your child. Why on earth are you out drinking at a time like this?
It's okay. Mom and Dad are there to look after her.
Yeah, I know you're back living with them for the moment, but you can't just use that as an excuse to go out drinking and partying on your own.
I'm not on my own, bro.
That's irrelevant. You need to take more responsibility for your own family. You're relying too heavily on Mom and Dad, and that's not fair on anyone. Rebecca is due next month, right? When are you going to realize that it's time for you to settle down and become a responsible parent?
Oh man, I get enough of this from Mom and Dad. Now I need to cop it from you too? I thought if anyone, you would be a little more understanding of my situation. You're still enjoying the single life. Don't you realize that I'm gonna miss that very soon, once my kid is born? I wish you wouldn't ride me like this.
Even though I'm not married, it's quite obvious that I understand more about the workings of the world than you do. When I finally settle down, I'm definitely gonna do the right thing by my partner. As you need to too. Now stop your partying and just go home.
Okay, that's it. I've had enough. I was gonna wait a little while before dropping this little bit of news on you. I was hoping, or trying, to keep it a secret for a little bit longer. But now you've pissed me off with your high and mighty attitude, so I think I'm gonna let you have it now.
What are you going on about?
You know your girlfriend?
My girlfriend? Yes, I know her.
I slept with her.
Say what?
Of course, it was mutually consenting. Man, she is one hot piece of work. I can't believe you could choose someone like her. I'm sure she's not your type. To tell you the truth, I'm still with her right now. We're just in front of a hotel. They charged for the night, but we only needed a room for a few hours.
Yeah, whatever. Look, I really don't have the time for your petty little games right now. It's pretty obvious that you're lying out of your backside right now.
I'm not lying at all.
My girlfriend is currently at my apartment right now. She came over yesterday afternoon. We had dinner and she stayed over.
What?
So that's why I'm pretty sure that you're lying.
Again, I say what?
Oh, come on, man. You're drunk. Just hurry up and get yourself home. That's probably the best course of action at this time.
Now I know that you're telling a few lies. If your girlfriend stayed over at your place last night, then who the hell is with me right now?
I don't know. Your imaginary girlfriend?
Oh, brother, ouch!
But forget about that. You're married, and you're gonna be a father next month. Someone in your position shouldn't be making jokes like that. They're not funny at the best of times. Now, I'm getting tired of this, but you need to go home. Hey, Bill. What is going on? I got a message from your wife. She said that you haven't come home for the past few days. She hasn't been able to get in contact with you. She's getting so worried that she's asking around if anyone has heard from you. What the hell are you up to? What are you playing at? There can't be too many good explanations for this.
Oh, hey there, Kenny. What's up? I know that you love that. Anyway, when my phone beeped just now, I thought it would be another message from my cute girlfriend. You can imagine my disappointment when it was a message from you.
Are you still going on with that stupid joke? Please don't tell me that you skipped out of work and are out drinking already.
No, I actually came to work today.
Today? What about the other days?
Look, I'm on my lunch break. You send me a message and I reply. Why do you have to get on my case like this? Would you prefer I just ignored you too?
Okay, my apologies.
All that aside, do you still think I was joking the other day?
Joking? You talked so much crap, I pretty much put it all out of my mind.
Even the bits where I said I was with your girlfriend?
Oh yes, I recall you saying something like that. But like I said, I don't have time to play your stupid games and play along with your bad jokes.
You're more than welcome to think that I was joking. While we're on the topic, I'm gonna be seeing her again tonight.
Okay, sure, I'll play along. And then what?
And then what? Naturally, after a while, we'll end up snuggling.
Okay, well, first, that's impossible.
What? How? Why?
Well, first of all, she's off on an overseas business trip from today. I dropped her off at the airport this morning. She jumped on the plane and I waved her goodbye. That is why I'm able to come up with the conclusion that you're just telling another one of your bad jokes. Perhaps there's a chance that you've hooked up with someone that just looks like my girlfriend? Or your imagination is just going into overdrive again.
It's not my imagination.
Okay then, what is your girlfriend's name? Please tell me.
It's Stacy. Why do you need to ask?
Stacy? For real?
For real.
Okay, this is a little weird. I don't remember telling you my girlfriend's name, so...
But if knowing her name isn't enough for you, I can tell you that she has a killer body. Is that enough proof? Oh, she's so much better than my dumpy wife. Her skin is so smooth, her dark hair is so silky, and the smell of her perfume, it's like a rose garden.
Okay. I don't like the way this conversation is heading.
I think I'm starting to fall for her.
Hold it right there. What on earth are you talking about? You can't be serious. If you're telling the truth, I really don't know what to say. You have a wife, a pregnant wife, and yet you're going out and hooking up with other women? On top of that, you hit on Stacy? Don't you have any feelings for your wife at all? This is gonna ruin her.
No, I'm not really concerned about her. I found myself a hot new model. And to top it off, it's my younger brother's girlfriend that I stole.
Okay, look, we're gonna talk about that a bit later.
Hey, here's a good idea. Let's do a trade. Your girlfriend for my pregnant wife.
Have you lost your mind?
Think about it from my point of view. My wife is so huge right now. It's embarrassing to be seen with her in that shape.
She is pregnant, man. How can you be so inconsiderate? And to hit on Stacy of all people?
How does that make you feel? Pretty bad, right? Your girlfriend has been stolen by your older brother.
Bro, I never knew you had such bad taste in women.
What are you talking about?
It's easy to see any way you look at it. Your wife is so much better than Stacy.
Are you crazy? Have you forgotten who my wife is?
Not at all. She has so many better qualities than Stacy. They are not even in the same league.
What's this? Have you got the hots for my wife?
Look, there's something I need to do right now. So I need to get off WhatsApp for a bit. But before I go, I'll leave you with this one piece of information.
Tell me, this has gotta be good coming from you.
My girlfriend, her name is Rebecca.
What? Wait, what?
I'll speak to you soon.
Oh, hang on, don't go. Tell me again, what is your girlfriend's name? It's not Stacy? Who the hell is Rebecca? Kenny, Ken, don't go. Hey, Kenny? Come on, where are you? This is not fair. No messages for 2 whole weeks? After you dropped that bombshell on me? I have a feeling that your so-called girlfriend Rebecca is nothing more than a figment of your imagination. Now you're the one who's telling bad jokes, not me.
Hey, Bill, what good timing. I was just gonna message you too. It's like you can read my mind.
Really? Go on, what have you got to say to me?
It would appear that you haven't been home for the past few days again. Have you been shacking up with Stacy again?
Oh yeah, oh what a ride. We took off to a little resort just outside of town. Just me and her and the room to ourselves. The room service is amazing too.
I can't believe how lightly you're treating this. It's nothing more than cheating on your wife. It's infidelity, and you know that's not looked upon lightly.
Whatever. I don't suppose I need to tell you, but your girlfriend is amazing. I didn't think it was possible for someone so perfect to exist. It's like I'm in a dreamland this whole time with her.
That is just revolting to think about. I don't want to think about it.
Oh, you're just jealous. It's natural that you don't want to think about it.
Hey, bro.
Yes?
You do realize that Stacy is already married.
Your point being what?
Well, seeing as you're already under the impression that she's my girlfriend, I just wanted to see if you had all of the facts.
Yes, well, actually, I did hear that from her.
Okay, then, good. I just wanted to make sure that you knew the facts and were still happy to pursue the relationship.
Man, you must be so angry. You finally get the courage to try and snare a married woman to be your girlfriend. And when you catch one, she ends up being taken by your older brother.
My girlfriend is not married. Don't worry about that.
No, she is definitely married.
No, I told you before, my girlfriend's name is Rebecca, not Stacy.
Oh, yes, your imaginary girlfriend, Rebecca. You're just so depressed that I took Stacy from you, that you've gone and created a girlfriend in your fantasy world.
Look, bro, I don't have time to continue going around in circles like this, so let me explain a few things clearly.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Maybe Stacy didn't tell you, but your wife, Rebecca, and Stacy all went to the same school.
They what?
You heard me. They were all in the same grade. It doesn't sound like they were very close, but they all knew of each other.
And then?
From what I hear, Stacy always considered the others to be her rivals. She could be a bit of a pain at the best of times.
Okay.
One story I heard was how she stole your wife's boyfriend at the time. Then, when she grew tired of him, she went after Rebecca's boyfriend. Quite successfully, apparently. She used to do it to everyone. She just couldn't handle the other girls having a boyfriend and being happy.
Yeah, but that was way back in high school after all.
Rebecca said after graduation they all lost touch with each other. But when Stacy's husband got transferred to the branch in town, they sort of rekindled their quote-unquote friendship. At the time, Rebecca was already going out with me. I didn't know about Stacy's past at the time, but I learned quickly.
What do you mean?
Well, not long after being introduced to her, she tried hitting on me.
I don't believe you.
Just keep listening. Anyway, you were right when you say she's very attractive. But I have to say, there was just something in her eyes that I just didn't like.
Her eyes?
Yeah, it was like she had locked onto a target, like a predator locking onto its prey. I didn't know about her past at the time, so I was caught a little unaware. But later, it became apparent that she was definitely trying to steal me from Rebecca, just like old times. When the events of the past came to light, I realized what a bad situation I could be in. So I made sure not to give her the wrong impression. The final straw was when she came to my house uninvited. I had no option but to threaten to call the police if she didn't leave. Fortunately, she left and I hadn't heard from her since. That is, until you mentioned her name the other day. It would appear that after me, her next target was your wife's husband, i.e. you.
What are you talking about? That can't be true.
I have a hunch that when she realized I was not interested, she turned her attention to you. Given her previous experiences, perhaps she was of the belief that we had some kind of bond. Whether she believed this or not, it was enough for her to tell you that she was my girlfriend.
Now that you mention it, I was more attracted to her when she told me that.
It appears that you were drawn in by her web of deceit. It takes a strong man to resist her charms. You might not know this, but she's rumored to have 5 boyfriends at the current time.
5?
Yep, I believe it's you and 4 others who she divides her time between. I honestly can't believe you didn't realize this.
Hey, it's not my fault. Why didn't you just tell me this before? If I had known that someone of her caliber was hanging around, I would have been more careful.
If you think about it, I pretty clearly warned you of something like this happening.
What? When?
Back over Christmas, I pretty much gave you the same information back then and warned you of what might happen if you weren't careful.
That? I thought you were just trying to talk yourself up.
I guess this is proof that you simply weren't listening. You really need to pay more attention to people.
Oh.
Anyways, just to confirm that you were fully aware that Stacy was a married woman. And even though you knew that, you still willingly entered into a relationship with her. It goes without saying, both Stacy's husband and your wife are now in possession of enough evidence to file for divorce. I do believe they intend contacting their lawyers in the near future.
Lawyers?
I highly recommend that you get yourself home as soon as humanly possible and have a proper discussion with your wife.
Ken, what's the big deal? Why aren't you in your apartment?
Sorry?
Mom and Dad said that they were gonna disown me. Me, their eldest son.
Okay, and then? Why are you at my place?
They kicked me out of the house and they said that I couldn't live there anymore. So I need a place to stay for a while. Naturally, that means yours. So why on earth is your apartment so empty?
Easy. I moved out of there. That's why it's empty.
You've moved out? What the hell? In that case, just give me your new address. I'm gonna crash at yours for a while.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't need the likes of you anywhere near me.
Likes of me? How dare you?
Look, just calm down. I got married to Rebecca and we moved in together. I really don't need you and your bad choices anywhere near my life. You would be nothing but a hindrance to us, so I choose not to have that anywhere near me.
That's hardly fair. Given that this is partly your fault, you need to help me out.
Oh, by the way, I heard from your wife that she and Stacy's husband have filed papers against you and her. What were they claiming for again? Child support and alimony? She said that you were able to pay off the amounts in just one lump sum?
Yeah, but I didn't want that hanging over my head, so I took it on to pay them off ASAP. So thanks to that, now I have no money to my name. With no money, it's pretty much impossible to rent a new place, given that everyone wants a pretty substantial bond up front. That's why you need to let me stay with you.
No thanks. Like Mom and Dad, I'm also going to cut my ties to you. I'm pretty sure that I'll be much happier without you around.
No, come on, you can't do that. Not legally anyways.
But I don't need to do anything legally. I'm just stating my case that I don't ever want to see you again.
But I lost my job too. Now I have no money, no income, no house, and no family. Oh, come on, bro. I don't want to lose you too.
Lost your job? Did that have anything to do with all of this too?
Well, yeah, sort of. You see, I sort of took a little bit of time off to spend it with Stacy. Perhaps I took off more than bosses wanted and said it was stuff to do with the pregnancy. So they told me to pack my stuff and get out. Oh, don't you feel bad for me? I've been through so much in the last few weeks. I'm your older brother. It should be you and me against the world. We've got to stand by each other, help each other out. Just like old times, hey? Oh, come on, bro. What do you say?
See you later, alligator. I've got nothing more to say to you.
Wait, come on, Kenny. Kenny?
So Bill had nowhere left to turn. As a result, he went to his wife's family home to plead his case. They had recently given birth to their child and was resting there. Unbeknownst to Bill, though, her parents lived in a rather large house with some pretty decent security measures. One of those measures being 10 well-trained Doberman guard dogs. After he jumped the fence, he ended up being chased around a bit before climbing up a tree to escape. The security company were called to switch off the alarms. And when they discovered my brother in a tree, they had no choice but to call the police. My parents very reluctantly took him back, but they weren't going to let him live there rent-free. One of their friends had a construction company and were often looking for laborers. So they sent my brother over there to work and pay off his debts. Every now and then he messages me for financial assistance, but like I told him, I had no interest in helping him out. As for Stacy, it wasn't just her ex-husband she had done wrong. Apparently, she had quite a number of people filing papers against her for various indiscrepancies. She too had to take out a number of loans to pay off her debts. I'm not exactly sure what she's doing for money now, but I've heard rumors that she's having to flaunt her body to get it. I guess that's what happens when you try to take more than your fair share. Eventually, you'll get what's coming to you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe.